So if I do Shihonage, right, and I'm coming, I can do it this way. Now I can see your back now. Okay. Now, because my foot is pointed this way, I can't go over there. If I go over there, you're gonna, no, don't even worry. Look, you now see my back. All you have to do is step through. To keep me in front of you.
Okay.
So, at this point, if I'm coming down and doing this type of Shihonage where I can see your back, in order to stay seeing your back, I have to move 90 degrees to this foot. Here. Here. If I do another style of Shihonage where I lift you up, okay, again, the whole point is here. Okay, now I can see your back, right? Now, if I move toward you, I'm in trouble because if I move this way, you can see my back. If I move this way, you can see my back. The only place where you can't see my back is if I move 90 degrees to that way. Here. So it's not just me being 90 degrees to uke. It's also me moving 90 degrees to myself. So that's why when we did Tenchinage the last time, okay, we went here and we moved 90 degrees to this foot. That principle of this 90 degrees, making this square, is in almost all the techniques. If I do, okay, here, okay, next, where's the next step? If my foot is here, the next step can't be here because that means he's going to end up seeing behind me. Next step has to be here. So that's where that Ikkyo comes in. If I do it this way, where I'm turning my foot, where's the next step? Here. Again, it's 90 degrees to that foot. So this 90 degrees principle operates on where our feet move as well as where we go. It works on where our feet have to go because in order to maintain our view of uke's back, to remain behind them, you have to move 90 degrees to yourself. Okay? That's the whole 90-degree principle for both, for uke and for yourself. Anything we do has that 90-degree principle, Kata to Tori. Okay, so here, there, so that I can see that 90 degrees. My foot now here, okay, I have to step. To move 90 degrees. If I don't step there, watch what happens. Okay, from here, okay. Now if I move, you see where my foot is turned? Okay, if I move here, even if I get him down, it's really hard for me to see his back. Okay. It becomes even worse if I come here. Okay, now sees my back. Just relax your elbow. Turn behind me. There. Right. I have to move here at 90 degrees. So this 90-degree principle you will see throughout all the techniques today. All right? Okay, let's work on that. And it doesn't matter which style of Taino Henka, if I'm using the Ken style, here, I still want to see this before I move. Here. Here. Keep my hand in my tanden area. There. So I'm always moving this hand to in front of my point. Here. See? Okay. Shall we try it? Good. Good. extend forward, even there, there. Yeah, if you pull back, it doesn't do any good.
And then,
right.
oh,
Yeah. Hey. Hey. There. Good. Now there's a couple points about bringing this here. You have to continue to attack center. You have to work within your power range. Your power range is not up here. Your power range is down here. So if I do something like this, I've taken it outside of my power range. So even if I move here, all he has to do is move and okay? So I have to make sure I maintain everything in my power range. And that's what Kawahara Sensei is talking about, not raising it up here. This is outside of your power range. This is different. This, your power is still in this center line. Right? But if I only raise it to here, look what happens. Here I'm behind you, but I only raise it to here. Now you're behind me. Okay? So you actually have to raise. So, try that. No, don't raise too high. See what happens.
see that? I get blocked.
Yeah, you get blocked. So you have to raise high. There! Okay, so we're looking at Ryote Kubi Tori, Tenchinage, Omote. So we're going to start from here and Yaku Hame. Now the first part we want to do is enter Irimi here, okay? And at this point, if you let go of Ivan, just hold your position, you can see I can touch Ivan's back, and I'm in a 90-degree position. So my hara is pointed this way, his hara is pointed this way, so we've got this 90-degree angle. Okay, if you like, hold on. So at this point, I can step in here to throw. Now, a couple points about this. First motion, I'm here. Okay, I have to make sure if Ivan, you let go and just walk away, you can see that my hands are in front of my body in my tanden area. So I'm fairly strong. So as I move into here, you notice I'm not really doing anything other than standing in Hamme. So you'll see it completed. Okay. Here. Okay. Now to throw, you can either use a cutting motion or you can use the teacup motion. So here, I can move down in that way. Or I can use and enter the teacup motion from here with my hip motion. This motion along with a hip rotation. Okay. Now, one of the other things, if you notice, that is really bad for people often do, that they come in like this. Now, I've got no power to set him back. His balance is not broken. If Ivan, you move away, you'll take a look at my hand. My hand is in a very bad position. I'm kind of like in one of those positions you don't want to be in. Okay, there's no power here. I can't force it. So, you don't want to come in like this with your hips facing you. You want your hips facing this way. And not here, but this way. Look, I would hold your position as strong as you can, okay? So, I can't even come in here because I'm facing, if you just let go for a second, this is your tanden. This is my tanden. So it becomes a matter of just muscle against muscle. I can't move, but I can move here. Notice what I've just done is I've broken his power because it's no longer in the position of his tanden here. And I am still in my tanden. So from here, rather than coming like this, we come in here. Okay? And that way, I have the power to do the technique. Here, do Ikkyo on it. Let's, here, do Ikkyo. Good, good, you're getting there, yes, yes. Hey! Finish. Finish. I'm behind you. Hey! Do you know what happens when I'm behind you like that? Do you know what happens? Here? You end up with a leg lock. So, you have to be facing me. If your back is turned towards my feet, I'm going to take you down. Okay? Let's start again. Hey. Hey. Good. No, out more. Push my shoulder down. No. Down, right? Good. Good. Not pinned yet. Not pinned yet. Now pinned. I hadn't pinned you yet. Don't tap out before I pin you. You need to work on your wrists. Not strong enough. Okay? Good. Okay, so Ikkyo Pin doesn't start here. Ikkyo Pin starts here. From on the ground, do it on the ground, and try to push. Now, put it up on your knee, one knee up. Now push down as your knee goes down. Yeah. Don't pull your knee back. So, there, do Yonkyo on there. Yonkyo. Hey. How would you do Yonkyo? How would you do Yonkyo? Hey! You figured it out. 90 degrees and behind. Hey! Good. Why it did not work first time?
It was
You were facing the same direction
same
as me.
direction as you, yeah.
Right.
This direction is the same.
You have to make two different lines at 90 degrees. Eh?
Yeah.
One this way, one this way.
Yeah.
Okay? Uke, if I'm here, you have to cut across my hip. Right? If I'm like this, you have to cut that way. Eh? If I'm like this, you have to cut that way. Hey! Good. Good. That is the key behind Yonkyo. Mm-hmm. Most people do Yonkyo trying to do this. Resist. Relax, resist, relax. Like, nothing, huh? So you see, as soon as I turn my hip to go 90 degrees to your hip, the Yonkyo starts working and it starts to hurt. But Yonkyo done the same direction doesn't work. The other hand, right, works on not only here, but I also work on the median here.
Oh yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then I work on this median here, right? So you can feel it right there. So it's this point right there.
Yeah.
Then there's another point right here. Okay, sorry, there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Right there. And then the next point goes up to here. And this is your ura point.
Yeah.
Okay? So this is actually the nerve you're following here.
Okay.
This is the radial nerve.
And you act with this point?
This point. Hey. Or my young children used to do it with this. Because their hands couldn't fit around mine.
Okay, so we can reach the
so,
nerve with...
So even if I can't, I'm going to only touch with my fingers. Okay, so I can't quite grab with my whole hand. See? Right? Now I can't get Yonkyo. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so instead what they do is this, from here.
Okay, I see. Oh yeah.
Because their hands were too small. Okay.
Yeah.
But they could use this. So you can do it with this one too. Right? Just grab like this.
Okay, yeah.
Right. So it doesn't matter. You're using pressure from something to put on the pressure points here, here, here.
You just have to find...
Don't turn. No, face that way. Hey, there. Now go that way. Not that way. As soon as you turn that way, you're going to end up, as soon as you turn this way, we end up in here. Now, all you have to do, here, I'll show you reverse. I show you. Okay. Okay, now you're doing it now. Right? And you try to do that. If you're young, you should be able to do that very low to the ground. I'm getting old, so I have to do high to the ground. High. You didn't mean I get? You try. Okay. So, go very slowly. Now, I'm going to make the mistake of coming this way. Okay? Now bend over. Now turn. Turn the direction. Hey. Good. No, you just lost it. Your hip is no longer at 90 degrees. Other foot forward. Hey. There. Look, if you have your other foot forward, this is what's going to happen. If you went back to where you were, from here, Aiki Otoshi. That's the situation for Aiki Otoshi. That's why we have Aiki Otoshi. Right? Person is on top of you from behind, but their hip is joined this way. If their hip is at 90 degrees, I won't be able to do Aiki Otoshi. Okay, so turn your foot the other way. Now, you're 90 degrees to me. I can't do Aiki Otoshi. Right? There's no way. I have to do other technique. Another style of Aiki Otoshi. But why that works, look, why that works is I come here, I cut here. Look where I am. I'm 90 degrees to you, and I'm behind you. Right? it's all a fight as to who gets 90 degrees and behind. Here, I'll show you. Do Nikkyo. Put Nikkyo in my hand. I'll give you my weak one. Nikkyo. Put it on. Put it on. Put it on. Hey, hey, hey. Very good, you understand. You see. I'll do it to you and you will see. Okay, turn your hips towards me. Hey. Hard, huh? No, don't look here. No, I'm going to change. So, change your hip, face me, come close. Come close. Hey. There. You see, it's a fight between the two of us to get position. If you can get to the point where you're facing your uke, then you can do Kaishi Waza. Right? So you're here, right? Put it on. Put it on. No. Hey! Hey, hop. You felt my hand behind your back? Hey. You want to try it? Here. No. I'm going to get it on you first. Otherwise that'll happen. Relax. Let me put it on. No, let me stay there. Let me put it on. Okay, now change. Hey. Okay. Now up, and down. Ikkyo. Okay, so where we're doing this is you're at 90 degrees and behind and you can see my back, right? Mm-hmm. So this Nikkyo hurts and you put it on. There, I turn towards you and I relieve the pressure off of my elbow or wrist. So you have to turn there. And you got to turn towards me more. There. Good.
So I have to continuously get you on your stomach.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, once you learn that, to be able to take that pressure off of your wrist by using the 90-degree principle, you can then learn to do Kaishi Waza. Now it's one. Or let's do another one. I won't throw here, from here, right? Okay, so here, I take the pressure off this way. So the idea is to take the pressure off by getting into this position so that he can't break your wrist. Once you do that, you can do a million different, here, see that? That's all it requires, look at that. From here, here. Now I'm behind you. You're in trouble. And that's Kaishi Waza for Nikkyo. For Kaishi Waza for Nikkyo requires you to learn to, as they put it on, take it away. So we're going to start very slowly. We're going to come leading, cutting motion here, and then cutting here, and then going. Okay? Now, the idea about this is that we're always moving an orthogonal angle as we do the motion. So the first angle here, okay, now I have to change that. If I continue with this angle, you're going to become used to it. So I have to cut here, okay, to be able to change the angle. And then I'm changing the angle every time I move. So let's break it down. 1, 2, 3. So it's continuously changing the angles. If you do that right, then it looks like this. Okay, now he's starting to get ahead of me, so I have to get 90 degrees in behind. Now he's starting to come up at this point, so I have to come 90 degrees in behind. Every time movement I make, I have to get 90 degrees in behind. So first one, 90 degrees in behind. You're starting to catch up, so I'm coming 90 degrees in behind. You're starting to catch up. So each time, I'm getting to that 90 degrees in behind position, always. But to do that, I have to, if I'm going this way, the next movement has to be this way. If I go this way, the next movement has to be this way. If I do that, the next movement has to be this way. So each time, I'm changing the angle at which I move you. And it's only that doing that way, I can stay at 90 degrees in behind you. Right? If, for instance, at this motion I come here and you come around, okay, and I try to come this motion again, you're going to end up becoming behind me. Okay? So I have to try, okay, now at this point I can't continue going in this angle, because if I do that you're going to get behind me. So I have to change angle. Okay? And if I continue with this angle this way, you're going to come behind me. Right? So I have to change angle again. Each time, in order to stay 90 degrees in behind, I have to choose a new angle. So why don't you try it? Here, let me. Okay, so go slow, very slow. Good. Now, try to maintain to get to that 90 degree position again. Okay? So let's try doing it smoothly. Now that you know how to stay behind.
Awesome.
It's better. Not bad. Try it again. Better?
Yep.
Yeah. So always what you're trying to do is get to this position, no matter what you're doing. And to do that, you have to keep changing the angle each time. It's called orthogonality. It's a principle in mathematics that in order to stay 90 degrees each time, you have to take the orthogonal angle. Okay? So it's a mathematical proof. Go ahead. Doing a diagonal vector requires you to have two motions. One is a straight up and down motion, and another one horizontal. Okay? So if I try to make this angle diagonal, it's not going to work diagonally because it's all pretty much horizontal. This hand cuts diagonally, or vertically, while I move horizontally. That is a diagonal vector. Diagonal vectors don't occur because of moving the arm diagonally. They occur because you're moving the arm vertically while the legs are moving horizontally. Or the legs and hips are moving vertically while the arm is moving horizontally. Okay? So in this Kaiten Nage, I'll show you where it occurs. Okay, here, this is all horizontal. Okay, this is all vertical. But here, notice, I'm just lifting the arm up while I'm turning. That creates the diagonal vector. I don't try to push it diagonally. I do it vertically. So, here. Sorry. Okay, so we're doing here, and I'm going out, and coming in here, and coming in there. Huh? Again. So, here, we're going to do Soto Kaiten. Here. Huh? Try that one. Okay? So, you cut me horizontally. Okay. Good. Do it again. Good. When I try and do a Tenkan here, okay, I'm here. Okay, now I'm there, and I'm here. Okay,
I can see your back.
Right. So I can't even move you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this principle means that I come here, here, there. Now, see how it moved you instead of moving me?
So sometimes you have to take that extra before you.
Sometimes, because the whole purpose is to get to that 90 degrees behind position. Try it on me. And try the Tenkan and you'll see yourself why there's a difficulty.
If I just think on here.
Yeah. Right. Very good. So now I'm at 90 degrees and behind, and so I can do anything at this position. Okay? So the idea is to get him coming around. To do that requires two things. I have to do furikaburi with this hand. If I don't do that, it's not going to move him. Now he's behind me. You can touch my back? Right. I'm the one in trouble. Okay. So I don't want to be coming in and just... That's not going to work. I have to move this shoulder, which means I have to... There. I have to get this arm up. Okay? Let's just move over here a little bit so you can see it. There. Now I'm 90 degrees in behind. The other thing that I have to do is you have to use this hand. If all I do is, now again, I'm got him behind me. So I don't want to be in that position where he's behind me, so I have to use both hands. Huh? So using, let's just do this side. So. There. I'm now behind him. 90 degrees and behind. I don't have to do anything. Just next. Now this whole series, you can do the same thing. Well, let me just do one more here. So, there. Okay, now what you don't want to do, let's do this just slowly. One of the things I see a lot of people do is this. I've already put uke behind me so you can touch my back, right? So now I'm in trouble already by moving into here. If you want to do that, you want to be able to move out far enough to get to uke's other side. Okay? So you have to go irimi, not just step forward, but irimi there. and then tenshin. So it'd be an irimi tenshin. The other problem that a lot of people have is that they step straight back. Again, you're behind me. Yeah, right? Okay. So any of those positions puts me in a position where you're behind me. My objective is to move you around me. So here. Okay. The same thing can be done with Yokomen Uchi by stepping tenshin. Same idea, having him swing around. Or I can do the same thing stepping out. I'm here. Okay? So again, I'm at that 90-degree. Again, let's do this side and I'll show here. 90 degrees and behind. Or stepping out 90 degrees and behind. This is where I want to be. So make sure this hand stays in front of you as you go back. Okay. So here, if you look, okay, you can go move aside. I'm actually still in humming. Okay. You're not like this. Being in this position, you end up arm crossed out. This is not in your tandan. In fact, if I do it with you, see what kind of response you can come up with if I do this. Right?
I can feel it.
You can feel it, right? I'm going to be totally off balance by doing this. However,
I'm blocked.
you're blocked. All I have to do is, I don't even have to do anything. I already got Nikkyo there. You can do whatever you want. But as long as my hands are in front here, that's fine. Out here, you're in trouble. Yeah? So, you're doing the Kata Tori Tenshin. Don't step in this time.
Okay.
Just step back and there, cut him down. Now, reach in. That's it. So you can always see his back. Continue, again, the other side. Okay, so step back. Okay. Now, you're having a little bit of difficult time here because you weren't able to see his back when you did the tenshin. Make sure you do good enough tenshin to see his back.
So my 45?
45, yeah, cut it.
Now I can see, that's what you want me to see there.
There. Now, you crossed your arms here. You ended up in this position. So, you weren't keeping your hands in front. Make sure when you do this one, right? So, there, I can see his back. Okay, now my hands are in front. There, attack center, still towards it.
Right.
Okay. Try it. Make sure you can see his back. Okay, he can just about see your back because you're stepping in. Here, come. Okay. Well, let me be your, I'll show you where you're having this problem, okay? There, right there, I can see your back. You're exposed.
Right.
Okay, so don't step here. Just there. Okay, now, you need to turn me more. To do that, you need to raise this arm up. Relax. Yeah, so attack attending this way. There! There, that's much better. There, you can see my back?
Yep.
Okay, good, you can see my back. Good. Correct.
You try one.
Don't cross your hands. That's it. That's it. Good. It's not a drag out in Ikkyo as well. Okay. There. You see his back. So from here, as I'm stepping in, it's not a drag out. I'm driving his shoulder down.
Okay.
So all of it depends upon coming into the eating meat position, some using some Ikkyo eating meat, either to this point or to that point, or right here. So again, it's getting to this 90 degree position that I have to do. One of the points I should probably add is if I come in here like this, I'm really not behind Uke, and he can actually touch my back with this hand. You can let go. No, stay in that position. Here, you can touch my back easier than I can touch his. So he, in fact, is behind me. So I try to come in at this point. I can't come in. I have to make sure that I'm here, so where I can see his back, and my hara is at 90 degrees to hip, and resist a lot. Not a problem. No matter how much you resist, if I can come in there. Again, coming to this side, if I only come into here, okay, notice at this point, even though my power is here, his power is also right in front of him. So, and he can now touch my back. Go ahead, let go. And, right? And easier than I can touch his. So, from this point on, I can't do it. I have to get in right into here, where I've turned his back so I can touch it. Okay? Some people try and do something like this. Okay? This doesn't work because he can touch my back easier than I can touch his. He's behind me, so if you hold here, even if I can, I've got this part. I have to turn his body so that I can get behind him at this point. That's the only way it's going to work. Okay? And the same with here. If I do it to here, I can't see his back. And at this point, you can touch my back easier than I can touch yours. Right? I have to move my arm here. So if I come in only to here and try to do this, he resists, right? Resist a lot, good strong resistance. If I'm here and I try to turn, all he has to do is pull back and I'm in trouble. So I have to come in all the way to the point where I can see his back. I can touch his back real easy. There. See, I can see his back here. Can you see mine? No? At this point, I'm going to resist. Lots of resistance. So, resist right now. Right? So that I can't go in. Okay? All I have to do is move my body behind his. Then it's easy to control. If I do the same thing with this point, here, okay, I can't touch him. He can touch my back a lot easier than I can touch his. So at this point, resist, come on, nice resistance, lots of resistance. There. I have to really punch his back to set him off down. It's much easier for me to enter the point where I can see his back. Good. So I want to follow my thumb over his hand. Okay. Follow the hand over so that I can turn his body. But I want to keep my fingers pointed towards Uke so that I can break his balance here. Right. This has to be pointed in that direction. Okay. You don't want it to be out here. So you notice, even though I'm behind, I haven't been able to break his balance. He's still nice and steady. Okay, so if I try to resist a little bit, I still have a hard time coming in because I end up, oh, now you can really resist. I can't even bring him down because I'm in his area of power. So I want to be able to turn him using, again, here, and getting it towards him there. Now I've broken his balance on his hand going that direction, towards his center line. Yakuhame here, I step out. Tori is that at this point I'm attacking his face. Okay? You can do many techniques from here. So if I'm coming in here, I try to move out. There. At this point, if you let go and just hold that position, I now control his back. My hara is, again, at this 90-degree angle. We can do lots of things from here. We can come in here, here, attacking here, there. We can come in here, there. And from here, we can take this technique coming in, but they're all working with this Soto Kaiten idea. And again, I'm at 90 degrees. It doesn't matter whether I'm doing this Tenkan version or Omote version. Right? Here, at this point, all my objective is to get 90 degrees and behind. I can do it that way. I can come in there. Now I'm 90 degrees and behind. So Soto Kaiten is what we're doing is to get to this position where I can touch his back and we're here, either from at this point or at this point. Whether I do tenshin, tenkan, or just eating motion. Okay? So let me just do it on the other side, give you some ideas. Okay? So I'm here. Okay? Important thing, follow this thumb up and attack his head. And you're using this. Tori fune kobudo. Yeah. So from here, I'm coming in, out, following my thumb around. Here. Here. Now I'm 90 degrees and behind. Okay? So if I'm going to do a technique, I'll show you from here, coming in, step out, and this cuts towards his head. Here, here, here. And I'm coming, throwing you to. So I'm following this thumb, following out. Once I'm up here, this thumb turns towards his head. There. Okay, so now I'm actually 90 degrees and behind. Okay, and I can cut down. Okay. Now, let me just show you something about the hip here. Okay, so I'm stepping in here. Okay, and I'm using this horifune kobyundo motion. It's attacking his face. Okay. Using this motion. Okay, so I'll move this continuously. So I'm coming in here. Don't fall unless I'm throwing you, okay? Here. Stepping out, attacking the head, right? Cutting down here. Okay, so now I just step in. From here, step in here and cut down. Cut, no, you can't see my back yet. There, now I'm coming. There you go. So again, we're doing this thing about getting 90 degrees and behind. That's everything we do. Okay.
Sensei, for a question, what are the dangers of then breaking your own balance trying to get in there?
You don't break your own balance. You always stay in hammi. Keeping the straight line from this heel to the head.
Yes.
So, keep that straight line from the heel to the head. There. Look. I'm going to try and resist you, okay? So, from here. Even if I try to take you the other way. I'm just in Shiho-naga position is all that does. If you bend your butt though, it's a different thing.
So if I bend into it like this?
Yeah, like if you don't turn so much and you come in and try to lift your sword up right away. Okay? Yeah. All right. Just try and do seriously as best as you can, but not coming in. Deep enough.
Oh, so just raise the...
It doesn't matter. You can come in as far as you like, but I'm going to stop you from coming in, okay? Don't worry. Go, do it correctly. Do it correctly. Because I see your back.
Yeah.
Right? That's bad posture because you didn't get into a strong hammi. Right? Here, you'll see it. I'm going to do good technique, but I'm going to except for my butt. Okay? Right? I can see your back, but can you see mine?
Yes.
Yeah. The only way to not be able to let you see my back is to keep my hammi. So now, I'm 90 degrees here. Doesn't matter.
So hold down on that one.
Right? So, it doesn't matter as what position you're in as long as you maintain your correct hammi posture and you get in so that you can see the other guy's back. You're at 90 degrees to them. How you get there is here. How you get there is not important. As long as you maintain straight back. All I did was kick. See? I'm in hammi. Right? But I moved in a way so that I can see your back. There. I don't have to do it that way, but that allows you to do it statically. This other way that I just did, that's using kokyu and kino nagare. Right? That's a little higher rank than you guys are not going to be able to have that timing. You'll be able to have that timing. Right?
Is that also like you're coming for a yoke?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. As long as you can get 90 degrees and behind. There! Right? So you can do it any way you want as long as you maintain that principle. One principle is hammi. The other principle is 90 degrees and behind. The third one, where you have to do on here, what you're automatically doing, is going to the third point. Those three principles together are going to be very important. So today, we're going to be talking about 90 degrees and behind, but remember, you have to maintain the hammi posture, whether it's here, or here, or here. And the other one is, you're going to have to always be going towards the third point. Right? So, in the next video, we'll probably be doing the third point video, right after this. Okay, so people will understand how all three of those work together. Okay? Hey. Show 90 degrees and behind.
That's strange. Swordsman versus a joke. Swordsman will lose, won't he?
Not necessarily, not if he's good enough.
Show me.
Right, 90 degrees in behind.
Is that principle originally come from circulation?
No, it already comes from anything you want. Everything. Everything is the same. Everything is 90 degrees in behind. Right? Yeah. That's cool. 90 degrees in behind. Everything's 90 degrees in behind. Doesn't matter what you do. Yeah. Let me give me a tip. This. Wait. Hit. This. Wait, again. 90 degrees in behind. Wait. 90 degrees in behind. Everything 90 degrees in behind. That's how I do it. Or even when I come in.
Are you still on the string?
It's actually, I'm behind. If you take a look at your body, right, I'm actually hitting you from 90 degrees behind.
Because of this line?
Because I'm like, this is one of my keys. It's behind me. It doesn't work this way. This doesn't work. No, you'll die. I'll die. I'll get killed.
Are they both gonna die?
And you'll feel it when I do it this way. How's that feel? Pretty yucky. Ski. Ski. Wrestle. Wait. Try again. So like the time. You can't cut it again, you know. Ivan, you do your,
Do it the wrong way?
you do it the way you thought about it at first, okay? So, you'll see what happens is if I come here, okay, now he's doing it here. At this point, I can see his back. Okay, so all I have to do to go with him is to flow with him And rather than grabbing here, you should be grabbing the sword. Okay, so if, okay, do it the other way. Right? All right, try grabbing here. Just, no, there, okay? And you come, I've got two hands against his one, so even if he does it correctly, there's no way he's going to win. Right? And again, I can see his back. Right? So all I have to do is step here. So instead, okay, when you come in, hand should be here. Okay, and then instead of trying to throw here where you can see my back, okay, I have to come all the way to be able to see this back here. Okay, so if done properly, this is the way it looks. Okay, so you try. No, I can see your back. Don't let me see your back. You have to be able to see my back.
No. To get there, I have to go way over.
Yeah, and that means you got to go over. Wait. Good. That is how you do Tachidori Kotegayashi. You have to incorporate this 90-degree and behind principle in doing Tachidori Kotegayashi. Okay? Hey. All right. You have to resist sufficiently that if he does it incorrectly, that you can't throw him. Otherwise, you're learning false technique. You make sure that when you do a technique, you give sufficient resistance and you maintain good enough posture that if you can do a reversal, go ahead and do the reversal. Don't assume that you have to fall every time, because it doesn't, all that teaches is nage is poor technique. Okay? You didn't come in sufficiently to be able to see his back. Other side. Look, entry is like this. As he comes in, protect yourself. Do furi kaburi. Okay? As you come in, you're cutting down with both hands. Okay? Make sure you do a full tenkan. If you don't do a full tenkan, he isn't fully extended. And you need, if he's got any slack at all, if I'm like this, any slack at all, I can't come in behind him. He can stop me from coming in behind him no matter what I do. Look, at this point, he can see my back. Okay, and he's going to counter me. So I have to have it fully extended so that when I come here, I'm the one looking at his back. No. Protect yourself as he comes in. This is just like Ikkyo. Same motion. Okay, he's not fully extended. Turn him again. Tension again until he's fully extended. You didn't get behind him. Go slow. You don't have to do it fast. You don't have to do it continuous. You're just training him. Okay, now step in. There. Good. Now. Okay, you're not in deep enough. Just go back to where you were. At this point, when you cut his hand down with both, can you see his back? You have to be in further to see his back. You have to be there. Okay, now the Tenkan. There you go. Now come all the way over here. Get the sword out of the way. Lift it up to get the sword out of the way. There you go. Okay, now step around him. Okay, now, one more point about this. Ivan, if you would. Okay, at this point, okay, where you're coming in, at this point, here. Now, I've got him just about fully extended. In order to be able to get to this side and still be able to see his back, I can't see his back here. All he has to do at this point is to turn with me, and I'm the one that gets the cooking edge. In order to be able to see his back, you've got to get his head down. Okay? So, here, now I can see his back. See? I can touch his back. And I have to keep him low. So at this point, I have to move him here. I can still see his back. You have to bring him down and keep him down. If I bring him up too much, here, at this point, if I let him stay up like this, I move here and I can't see. He sees my back, not me see his back. I have to have him down here so I can see his back and continue to see his back. Okay, same thing here. Okay, at this point, if I raise you like this, okay, you're now behind me. So keep turning with it, and then just extend your thumb that way. Because you're actually seeing my back. Come over here again. All right, so we're doing the same thing here, here. Now I see your back. And I see your back all the way through. And so you have, this 90 degree behind principle means you have to keep uke low. Okay? So whether you're standing and doing this tachi waza or tachidori, it doesn't matter. The principle is still the same. You've got to be able to see the other person's back and be 90 degrees and behind them so that you can control, be above them. Okay? Go ahead. So years ago when I was doing a lot of boxing, my coach taught me a combination that's often used in boxing, and I realize now that it's simply a matter of using the 90 degree principle. So going into a boxing situation, just nice, relax, there, all right. From here, I try to come in with, block the jabs, right? So it's a jab, jab, right cross, and you see the right cross is coming in from a 90 degree angle. At this point, because he's turned this way, I'm going to come around and do a left hook from the 90 degree and behind angle from over here. So it'll look like this. Done at normal speed, this is what it looks like. No?
Couldn't help but react.
No, that's good, but I don't want to hit you, so that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to react. So what's going to happen is he's going to block that. He's going to block this. But it's real hard to block something that comes in all the way from this side. And the objective is to hit him here and bop his rib head forward. Left hook's a very nasty, nasty blow. And so it goes like that. Very simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So that's the 90-degree and behind principle in boxing. Again, keep it up close. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let me ask you something I know I'm going to regret.
What?
If somebody's boxing like that, you know, and if I'm an Aikidoka,
Yeah.
what am I going to do? It's not like I don't,
What?
you know, what
So
would
you
I
box
do?
me.
Well, so I box you?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't, I'm not trying to punch
So
you.
the punch. So you
Right.
punch.
So I have to wait until the person commits,
No.
or just find the right time to enter.
So you
That was awesome.
that's a boxer, right?
What if they're just doing these dinky little jabs,
Yeah, go ahead.
right?
Dinky little jabs.
I see your point.
Right?
I'm thinking too.
So you punch. Hey,
Right. Did you get all that?
if you stick his arm out, grab it. If he doesn't stick his arm out, follow it in. Right? One of the things I like to do, really screws up boxers, to go into southpaw stance. Right? So they're going to pull that hand back, right?
This one?
Yeah, good. Punch. Well, that's it. Right?
Didn't they do that in Borat?
Did you get that?
You did a Borat.
That cannot be published. Just kidding. I see what you're saying. I mean, I don't attack people, so I don't know how I would punch somebody. Just hit. Right. Ah.
You're under arrest now.
I'm under arrest. See, I knew I was going to regret that question. No, that's. I think too academically,
Yeah.
you know?
So you just let the punch come in. Come in.